Hello there, and welcome to Space Race Expo. We are very glad that you could join us today. Today, of course, being the expo, we have all of the year's hottest ships on display, so you can go through and check out all of them. And of course, there are guides at each ship's location, display location, to tell you everything you could possibly want to know about each ship, so that you can kind of put them on your list and see if any of them feels like something that you might be interested in purchasing. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and what kind of ship you're looking for? And I can tell you where the best places to go, or I can actually just guide you to them myself. Why don't we start with your name, first and last, please? Okay. And what planet are you joining us from today? Oh, so you've come quite a distance then, haven't you? And is this your first time at one of our expos? It is? Well, nothing wrong with that. Welcome. And what exactly are you currently flying? Oh, don't worry, I won't make any judgments. It just kind of helps us know what you might be looking at here, what you might be interested in looking at here. Oh, okay, yeah. That's really nothing to be embarrassed about. I used to have one of those myself, so it got me from planet A to planet B, so that's really the most important thing. Though, if you are interested in a little flash and pizzazz, we do have plenty of that to go around today as well. So, speaking of which, what exactly would you be looking for in your next spaceship? Hypothetically, today is just a fun day to dream, even if it's out of your budget. It's always fun to look and decide what you might want someday in the future. Okay. And engine requirements. And how about, windows for viewing the beautiful stars, anything like that? Okay. Ship size, do you have any preferences or maybe a range on that? Okay. And where are you on defenses, as far as armor plating, shields, things like that? Okay. And anything else that comes to mind? Again, this is just a day to dream, whatever you could possibly want on a ship. That being said, the last booth before you leave does offer financing options for buying a ship, so don't know what your specific financial situation is, but we do offer some flexible financing options. If that's something that you're interested in, you can just hit the last booth there on your way out. But for now, back to the task at hand. Anything else that comes to mind for your dream ship here? Oh, okay. Well, you have wonderful taste. Now, if you'd like, there are quite a few popping up here on the screen. I can put you on our mailing list with your specific preferences, and I can keep you informed anytime one of those comes on the market, new or used. You'll get a notification, and you can tell us that you would like us to save that ship for you. Or you can come down and look at it in person. There's a lot of options. They'll all be in the email. Is that something that you would be interested in? Okay. And what is a good address to reach you at then? Okay. Okay, you are all registered, and we use the beta frequency processor when we are sending emails, so you'll get them instantly, even being that far away from this planet. So, well, how about we go look at some ships, okay? Does that sound like a good idea? Okay, well, the first one that I think you might be interested in is the Firefly class ship. It's one of the best-selling ships of the year. This is the newest model, but it's always been popular. And it's a transport ship. So if you are into, freight transport, or if you're running a space Uber, it's great. There's plenty of room for transporting all kinds of cargo. This is made by the Allied Spacecraft Corporation, so it's a quality item. It's definitely a quality ship. Basically, these things last forever. There's not a lot of flash, aesthetics-wise. It may not be the most exciting-looking ship, but functionality-wise, it's definitely going to last a very long time. So that's another reason why it's very popular among freight runners. It's also kind of popular among smugglers. Of course, the United Space Coalition has rules against smuggling, so we don't advise that. But if you are into smuggling at all, this is definitely a great ship for that as well. There's all kinds of little compartments in and out of the ship, which make it just perfect for storing cargo or hiding cargo. So, it's great for running any kind of freight, no matter how hot that freight may be. Now, this ship features a large rear engine and also wing engines, which allow for vertical takeoffs and landings, which can be very handy in tight places. Why don't we head over to the next one? Now, this is a YT 1300 light freighter. This is made by the Karelian Engineering Corporation, and this ship is known for being very fast, this particular model, and one of the very nice things about it is that it lends itself well to alterations, so you can increase the speed or maneuverability, things like that. And much like the ship you just saw, it does tend to be somewhat popular with smugglers because there are, again, handy little places where you can stick smuggling compartments to put in any freight that you may not want seen. Once again, we of course frown on that, but all those additional little compartments are handy for storing things like suitcases or stuff like that. Again, if you're freight running or running a space Uber, you can just, have people stick their luggage in there and it won't be bouncing around in zero gravity. Another great feature of this ship is that it is equipped with light speed, which which allows you to fly from planet to planet and star to star with great ease. You don't have to worry about carting freight at, normal speed, which can take hundreds or thousands of years. Light speed can definitely shorten the journey, and it gives you a much broader scope of where you can deliver freight to. So that's always a great feature if you're interested in freight running. Now, the cargo hold of this ship is also equipped with a freight elevator, which makes it very easy to load and unload any kind of large cargo. And there's plenty of space on this boat for a nice large crew if you tend to go into dangerous areas and feel that you need a large crew beyond what it takes to run the ship. There's plenty of crew space to keep them all cozy and comfy on long journeys on the ship. Now, this next one is an Enterprise class ship. This is intended for deep space travel. It's perfect for boldly going where no one has gone before, and it features plenty of space for a crew numbering in the hundreds. There are plenty of comfortable quarters for everyone. There is also currently room for a school and a nursery, depending on who's on your crew. And then, of course, there is a large cafeteria, food synthesizers, so that you can have any meal made that you would like. It's also equipped with high-capacity shields. These are some of the highest rated shields in the space industry. Being such a deep space vessel, you could run into some sticky situations. But don't worry, the ship isn't just about defense. It also comes equipped with photon torpedoes so that you'll be able to blast your way out of almost anything. And the engine on this ship is really state of the art. This is a warp core engine, which this is the only ship we offer currently with a warp core engine. So this is going to get you across the galaxy pretty fast so that you can go into some deep exploration if that's your thing. If you're really just looking for some out-of-the-way planets to do a little camping, this is definitely the ship for you. And if you have a large family, again, it can accommodate a crew of hundreds. So plenty of room, plenty of power, plenty of defense, and if you're going to be out there for years, there's plenty of hominess to this ship. There are elevators all throughout, which make it very easy to travel through the ship, and one of the really convenient features is, in addition to several shuttlecrafts which allow you to shuttle down to any planets that you're approaching, you can also use the transporter that is included in this ship. So the transporter bay is able to transport you down, you or any cargo that you might like to take with you, can be transported down to any nearby planet that you are orbiting. So it's very handy. It kind of saves on travel time with not needing to take the shuttle down if you don't have to. But of course, the shuttles are available if you'd like to take them down as well. Now, this one is another vessel designed for deep space exploration. This one comes with a state-of-the-art artificial intelligence system. The one thing is, we have heard that the AI on this ship gets a little possessive of its mission and can sometimes disregard the commands of its human crew. There was one incident where the AI went just a little bit nuts, but we think we've got most of the glitches worked out in this newer model, so you won't have to have to worry about that, hopefully. We just do advise caution and always be ready to pull the plug on the AI if it goes out of whack. But aside from that, it offers a large exercise room, a cafeteria, a gravity simulator to keep you in shape, and it's just perfect for those extra long voyages into deep space. Now, this interesting looking piece behind me is a Jupiter-class battlestar, and these are really the heavy hitters when it comes to defense ships. So if you're someone who flies into dangerous territory a lot, this might be something that you'd want to look into, because this ship is definitely a defensive flying ship. They are heavily armored, they have tons of firepower, there's 6 sublight engines, and multiple maneuvering thrusters, so even something this large, you're not going to have any problem maneuvering through space. And again, if you have a large family, this one is definitely something you'd want to look into. This is almost 5,000 feet in length. I believe it comes in at a little over 4,700 feet, so there's plenty of room to house everyone here. So if you're looking for something that's really going to be a safe ride, this is definitely something that you might want to look into. So, well, these were the 5 ships that came up when I put in your interests and taking you through them. We have you on our mailing list, so you'll be getting regular updates, but have any of these caught your eye so far today? That Firefly class is really speaking to you? Okay, well, why don't I just make a little note of that on your account to make sure that you are the first one to receive any updates about any incoming Firefly class ships. As I said, we do have financing options available. Is that something you'd like to look into? Not at this time? Okay. Now, all the ships that we've had on display here today are brand new, of course, but would you perhaps be interested in purchasing a used ship at a later date? That might be something a little more within your budget. Okay. It doesn't look like we have any available Firefly class ships at the moment, but these are things that do occasionally come back onto the market. As I said, they last a very long time, so people do tend to fall in love with them and keep them, but it is the kind of ship that is usually sold if someone's looking for something a little flashier aesthetically, so we do get them coming back through here every now and again, and we can certainly let you know when we get a used Firefly class coming through here. What would your price range be, just so that we have some kind of an idea of what might be suitable for you? Okay. And I don't know how familiar you are with Firefly class ships, but were there any particular models that meet your fancy? Any particular model years, which release do you like the most? Pretty much any of them? The series 1 and 2? Okay. Okay, well, we have you in the system, and we will certainly be notifying you if one of those comes through. You are, of course, still welcome to stop at the booth and check out the financing options. No obligation, just if you want some of that additional information, because we do, of course, also offer financing on our used ships as well. So please feel free to walk around and look at some of the other ships that we have on display here and enjoy the rest of the expo, okay? Thank you for coming in today.